Welcome back to the ECS video series. In the previous video, we looked at how load balancers integrate with the Fargate launch type. In this video, we're going to focus on health checks in ECS and understand how they fit into the overall ECS architecture. By the end of this video, it should be very clear which components perform health checks and how ECS uses those signals to keep services stable. Alright, let's jump in and understand what health checks really are. A health check is a mechanism used to verify whether a system component can perform its intended function. It simply means we're asking a system a very basic question. Are you actually working the way you're supposed to right now? The main reason we do this is reliability and availability. Instead of waiting for users to complain, health checks allow the system to detect failures early, automatically. And once a failure is detected, the platform can take action, like stopping traffic, restarting a component, or replacing it entirely. This is how modern systems stay highly available without constant human intervention. At a high level, health checks are simply trying to answer a few key questions about a system. First and the most basic question, is it alive? This is the simplest level of health. The check verifies whether the process is actually running and whether the service is responding at all. If this check fails, it usually indicates a serious problem: the process crashed, the container exited, or the service is completely unresponsive. Next, the question, is it ready? Even if a service is running, it might not be ready to handle traffic yet. For example, the application may still be starting up, loading data, or waiting to connect to a database, cache, or external API. Readiness checks ensure that traffic is sent only when the application is actually ready to serve requests. Finally, the question, is it healthy enough to stay in service? At this level, the check goes beyond being alive or ready, and verifies whether the application is behaving correctly. It ensures the service returns expected responses and that the application logic is working as intended. This is typically implemented using deeper application-level checks, such as HTTP endpoints like /health. Health checks operate at different layers, from simple network connectivity to deep application logic, each providing a different level of assurance about the health of the system. The first mechanism is network reachability, also called a Layer 3 check. It uses ICMP, commonly tested using the ping command, to determine if a host can be reached over the network. This is the most basic form of health check, confirming only that the host exists and is reachable. In AWS, EC2 instance status checks are an example of this type of health check. The next mechanism is the port check, also called a Layer 4 health check. It performs a TCP handshake to verify whether a specific port is open and listening on the host. This check confirms that a service endpoint exists and is capable of accepting connections. In AWS, network load balancer health checks using the TCP protocol are an example of this type of check. The third mechanism is the application endpoint check, also called a Layer 7 health check. It sends an HTTP or HTTPS request to a specific URL, such as /health, to verify that the application is functioning correctly. This type of check validates the application logic as well as its dependencies, like databases, caches, or external APIs. It is the most common and most valuable health check in production environments. In AWS, application load balancer health checks using HTTP or HTTPS are a typical example of this mechanism. The fourth mechanism is internal command execution. This check runs a specific command or script inside the process or container. It validates the internal state of the application or its business logic, going beyond simple network or port checks. This type of health check is often used for container-level monitoring. In AWS, ECS container health checks defined in the task definition are an example, where a command or script is executed inside the container to determine if the task is healthy. Health checks play a critical role in maintaining reliable and resilient systems. First, they enable self-healing systems. When a component fails, health checks trigger automated recovery actions, such as restarting a container or replacing an instance. Second, they ensure higher availability by making sure only healthy resources serve traffic. Third, they support safe deployments, because new versions are only exposed to traffic once they prove they are healthy. Finally, health checks allow for faster failure recovery, reducing downtime and minimizing the impact on end users. In an ECS architecture, health checks come from multiple components. Each component checks health at a different layer, and ECS reacts to these signals to keep the service stable. The first type is ALB health checks. These are performed by the application load balancer. ALB health checks operate at the application level, using Layer 7, HTTP or HTTPS requests to a target group endpoint. Based on the results, the load balancer determines which tasks or instances are healthy and should receive traffic, and which ones should be removed from traffic. The second type is EC2 health checks, which apply only to the EC2 launch type. These checks are performed by the EC2 infrastructure. They verify the health of the underlying EC2 instances by monitoring system reachability and instance status. If an instance is marked unhealthy, the auto-scaling group can terminate and replace it. This type of health check does not exist for Fargate, because the underlying instances are managed by AWS. The third type is container or task health checks. These are performed inside the container using Docker health checks defined in the ECS task definition. A command or script runs inside the container to validate the internal state or application logic. If the container repeatedly fails this check, ECS marks the task as unhealthy and replaces it. Container health checks apply to both EC2 and Fargate launch types. Health check behavior in ECS depends on the launch type. EC2 and Fargate use the same container and load balancer health checks, but only EC2 includes underlying instance health checks. Now let's take a closer look at ALB health checks. These checks operate at the application level, independently of ECS, and determine which targets should receive traffic. ALB health checks are defined at the target group level, not in ECS. ECS does not perform these checks directly. These are application-level checks that send HTTP or HTTPS requests to a specific endpoint, such as /health. The health check settings, interval, timeout, and healthy or unhealthy thresholds determine how quickly a target is marked healthy or unhealthy. Based on the health check results, the ALB controls traffic flow, sending requests only to healthy targets and removing unhealthy targets from routing. Targets can exist in states such as healthy, unhealthy, initial, or draining. ECS reacts to the healthy and unhealthy states to maintain service stability. It's important to note that ALB health checks are independent of container health. Even a healthy container can be marked unhealthy if the endpoint does not respond. ALB can also perform cross-zone health checks to ensure balanced traffic across multiple availability zones. ALB health status is used by ECS to replace unhealthy tasks, and by the auto-scaling group to manage scaling actions, ensuring both task health and capacity are maintained. EC2 health checks will be covered in detail in a future video on ECS auto-scaling. Now let's deep dive into container health checks. This is where health is evaluated inside the container and reported back to ECS. Container health checks are defined inside the ECS task definition. They use Docker's health check mechanism to execute a command inside the container, usually calling a specific application endpoint such as a health API. Once defined, Docker executes the health check at a fixed interval. It enforces a timeout, retries failures, and can use a start period to ignore failures while the application is still starting. Based on the results of the health check, Docker tracks the container health status. The container can be in a starting, healthy, or unhealthy state. On the EC2 launch type, the ECS agent runs on the EC2 instance. It polls Docker, reads the container health status through the Docker API, and reports that information to the ECS control plane. On the Fargate launch type, there is no visible Docker engine or ECS agent. Instead, the AWS-managed Fargate runtime performs the same role and reports container health to ECS. Let's understand what the ECS Service Scheduler is and the role it plays. The ECS Service Scheduler is a built-in ECS component that ensures the desired number of tasks for a service are running. It does not perform auto-scaling, that's handled separately. It also does not probe health directly. Instead, it listens to health check signals from other sources. These health signals come from multiple places. ALB health checks, which monitor task network health. Container health checks, which monitor the application inside the container. On EC2 launch type, the ECS agent runs on each container instance, monitors instance and task health, and reports the status to the ECS control plane. On Fargate, there is no visible ECS agent running on the host. Instead, AWS manages the agent logic internally. Finally, all health check signals, from ALB, container checks, and ECS agent, are consumed by the ECS Service Scheduler. Based on these signals, it decides whether to stop unhealthy tasks and launch replacements to maintain the desired task count. Alright, now that we understand what health checks are, it's time to move on to the hands-on part of the video. For this demo, we'll continue using the same Git branch, called ECS Load Balancing. In the index.js file, there's already a health endpoint added, and that's the endpoint we'll be using throughout this video. We'll start by looking at health checks with the EC2 launch type, and then move on from there. This video is an extension of the previous one, so we'll reuse the same VPC setup from earlier videos. I already have the task definition created for the EC2 launch type, so let's go ahead and create a service using that task definition. Give the service a name, select EC2 as the compute option, and set the desired task count to 2. I've already created an application load balancer, with the target group type set to EC2 instances. Since this target group isn't integrated with any ECS service yet, you can see that no targets are registered. So, let's attach this ALB to our ECS service and see how health checks come into play. Next, start by selecting the VPC where the ECS service is running. Choose the application load balancer that was created earlier. Select the listener on the load balancer, which handles incoming traffic. Finally, pick the target group that will be associated with this listener and receive traffic from the load balancer. With these configurations in place, go ahead and create the service. Now wait for the service to finish deploying the tasks. If you navigate to the target group and refresh, you can see that 2 EC2 instances are now registered, and they are marked as healthy. Let's switch back to the ECS console and open the tasks section. Here, notice that the health status of both running tasks is shown as unknown. This simply means that no container health check is defined yet. To fix this, navigate to the task definition, and click on Create a new revision. Scroll all the way down to the container health check section. Add the health check command. This command will be executed by Docker inside the container. You can also configure the interval, timeout, start period, and retry count. Once that's done, go ahead and create the new task definition revision. After the revision is created, return to the ECS service and click on Update Service. Select the new task definition version, enable Force New Deployment, and proceed with the update. Now wait for the deployment to complete. As you can see, the task health status is now healthy. This confirms that the container health check is working correctly, and ECS is now able to track application-level health. In a similar way, you can enable container health checks for the Fargate launch type as well. For configuring the application load balancer with Fargate, you can refer back to my previous video. In the next video, we'll go a step further and integrate an SSL certificate with our application load balancer, and point the load balancer to a custom domain name. Stay tuned for the full ECS video series. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and share your thoughts below. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.